Skeptic gave me this video.
And honestly,
Oh, this guy. Would you have time for a session of coaching? Right now, no. After I finish the stream in about 30 minutes, after we're done reacting to this, I'm gonna go work for Skill Capped and I'm gonna continue doing VOD reviews. But, you know, I do a VOD review way faster than I do it on stream, you know, because I don't have to interact with people and, you know, like. So there's a bunch of requests right now that I wanna go to. So today I'm gonna just focus on that, just pumping out videos for the skill capped users. I told Skeptic we can do tomorrow, so for you as well, we can do a lesson tomorrow, talks, if you want to do it. I'm coaching every day. It's just today I really wanna focus on skill capped content after I finish streaming. Okay, good. So. Just to give you guys some context that came in. So we in the chat, we were talking about how, you know, coaches want a lot of money for, you know, their service. Okay. Coach just said he hates us indirectly. I don't have to react to people. What? No. I just said I don't. Wait, did you have to interpret like as it's my work? Like, Nick Panda, do you understand that every single time I stream, I am I'm literally like doing charity, you know, like on paper, you know, like I'm just here giving you guys as much content as I can, you know, for free. And I could have been doing VOD reviews and making money right now for the last, you know, 2 hours and 40 minutes, very easily, you know. But, you know, I'm doing this because I know that a lot of people can't afford coaching, so I'm trying to get to as big of an audience as I can. Talks, thanks for the follow. Okay, so just to give you guys some context, so we were talking with the chat, we were talking about thanks Elite. When we were talking about, we saw that I said that I don't know a lot of coaches that would ask, you know, $100 plus. I know LS does, and if I would be LS, I would do the same thing if I wouldn't make the promise that I did. Because I made a promise that I will never change my prices going forward. Except if the dollar goes really to shit, then I'm just gonna switch it to euro, you know? Just like $25, instead of $25, I'm gonna just do 25 euro. I usually for the European people, I just say instead of $25, I say 25 euro for first lesson and then 50 because, you know, it's maybe not fair because of the conversion rate, but I just, so it's easy to, you know, calculate and stuff like that. Now, I know Nico the Pico has $100 plus hours, right? And he also has a name. I would, in my perspective, I had a lot of students that were with Nico the Pico, right? That came from him because they couldn't afford him anymore. And I'm gonna tell you like this, I didn't get a single student from Nico the Pico that I would say, you know, and they did multiply hours with him, that I would say, wow, this guy really like is not a random guy just came from solo queue. I just, in all honesty, I never had that feeling with any of those students. So based on what I know from him before, I would say that the price he's having is too big, you know. I'm not saying he's a bad coach, I'm just saying for the amount of things he offers, I would say for the price people have to pay, he's too expensive. You know, like the value for, you know, value per dollar. But as long as people pay and as long as you have people booking lessons and, you know, requiring work for you, of course you're gonna, you know, have a high amount people pay. The moment the demand drops, this is the moment you lower the price. That's how it works in business, okay? So because the demand is high, he can put the price however. I think even if he put the price at $150 or $200 an hour, he would still get people booking lessons with him, you know? So it's more like, you know, based on what he has on his profile, people adapt that as he's being a very good coach. But because, you know, people don't, like, coaches are not judged, or, you know, there's no platform that would judge how good of a coach it is other than achievement, that would be then an issue. You know, I think one of the main reasons why, for example, Nico the Pico is not streaming or making YouTube videos is because, you know, he just likes the private sphere, you know? So people don't see how his lessons actually look like. And I think we have to also differentiate coaches between coaches that really want to you know, help someone improve, and coaches that want to make money. And for me, I started out with wanting to help people, right? Then in the middle, I was like, wow, I can actually, you know, make some money out of it, you know? And then I put myself a price that I can say, well, this makes it really comfortable for me, you know? I think it's fair to people that can't really afford it, and it's kind of like a price to kind of avoid. Like, the reason why I would never coach for $10 or $15 an hour is because when I did that in the past, I met people that were not serious. And what I want to do is I want to help people, you know, with coaching, but I want to help people that want to get better. I want to help people that want to improve. I want to help people until people put in an amount that they could say, well, you know, I invested something into it as well, and they have the commitment. You don't really get that response. After I have the price right now, most of the people that come to me, they really want to get better. They really want to move to the next step. They really are here to learn, rather than in the past. I had a lot of people that just disappeared. I had a lot of people that just didn't care. I had a lot of people that just, you know, they didn't take it seriously, you know? So that's how you can kind of, you know, fix it a little bit with the price. But now I'm like, I'm really comfortable. I'm not gonna increase the price, and I'm just trying to reach as many people as possible through Skill Cap, through my YouTube, through my Twitch, you know? I'm putting in a lot to really, now that I have every experience I need outside of going to Worlds and, you know, having a split in LEC or LCS, which, because I'm gonna go for it this year. I didn't wanna go into it because I really wanna focus on branding and stuff like that. Okay, I need to, maybe I need to get a new mic. Now you guys can. Okay, so, yeah, good. So, when you're judging people or reacting to people or want to understand the situation, you always want to look at two different points of view, okay? So, when we're gonna go into this Neace, we're gonna change our title. Let me see who Neace actually is. Where is his about page? Let's see. No bullshit gamer. So he's a streamer on Facebook. Okay. So a streamer and YouTuber. Okay. I'm just gonna put YouTuber. But would you be able to coach Evo Grandmaster top lane? Talks. Personally, I really hate questions like this, because when you wanna invest something in someone, it's really good if you research that person, okay? So if you researched me, and you saw my credentials, and you saw where I worked, and with who I worked, and who I had to coach, that were way better than Grandmaster top lane EO West, right? And if I could coach them, I think I can definitely coach you, you know? So the reason why I don't like this question is because it shows that you didn't put in the time to look who I am. And I think before you buy coaching sessions, or you want to get something from someone, or learn something from someone, it's really good to know who that person is, so you know if they're talking bullshit or not, you know? But the answer is yes, with ease. Okay, so pro coach reacting to YouTuber Neace. Neace. Okay, good. I think about me. Well, I think I put enough info in about me. Yeah. Google is also a really good place to do it. Let's just do this before we. So if you read about me, you definitely know that I've coached people that are much better than you. So if I could coach them, then we can safely assume I can coach you as well. You know people who coach other big names? Really? Who, for example? I want to actually jump into this video as fast as possible, but give me Hidon. I have no idea who this is. Coach Hidon. What's his what? Coach Hidon. This? I first time I hear about Hidon. This? He's 20 years old. And he is a player. He's an esports player currently coach for Dusty. Do you see the difference? The difference is, first, I'm 6 years older than him. Second, my experience goes way back to season 3, season 4. Third, I've coached professional team and world-class players. And he just is in a... I don't even know what Dusty is. You know? Like, I don't even know what that team is, you know? In which national league it is. So, you know, there's a huge difference in terms of credentials, you know? It's a huge difference. And just because someone can be a good player doesn't necessarily mean he's a good coach. You know? Usually players are bad coaches. Till they are a lot older, you know? Okay. Good. So, do we know what elo this is? Okay, so one thing is, if it's a $100 session, he does he has like a 90-minute session. It includes 2 free games and or VOD review practice tool depending on time. Okay, so it's 90 minutes versus I do 60 minutes. So basically that means he's about, it's like my 75, you know? So you know, it's not that big of a difference. So I'm gonna say, is he a little bit better than me, like 1/4, rather than if this would be a 60-minute $100, then I would look at it a little bit differently. But can you do 2 to 3 games? Usually you can do 2 in 90 minutes. 3 games, not even close. Like doing 3 games in 90 minutes is next to impossible, except if there are like 20-minute games and we just, you know, queue up, you know, like you're not gonna get 3 games in. Okay, do we know what kind of elo this player is? No, but we're gonna figure out, I guess, then. Good. Let's turn off music so we can listen to him. Okay. So let's see how his $100 lesson looks like. So something that's very, very important, like I told you guys. He's a YouTuber. Okay? He's a YouTuber. He makes a lot of money doing videos, right? I saw some of his titles, and he really knows how to do quick baits, clickbaits titles to get people really, really interested, you know? So you see here, low elo micro player tells me he wins every lane. I teach him why macro matters way more, you know? So basically he has really, really good titles that make you interested, that are a little bit controversial, but like really bait you in, you know? So that's really, really smart by him. So from a YouTuber perspective, I'm gonna start doing this, you know, I'm gonna start using this principle as well, moving forward for my YouTube channel, when we're gonna start with it we're gonna start with it when the season starts. Okay, good. So, yeah, just some background. So this is a $100 lesson. I don't know what elo this is, okay? We're gonna see based on the player that he plays. I can judge that, no problem. Or we're gonna see based on what he says. So, yeah, we'll see. But mainly, they do it for content. When they say, if I put myself, let's say, on $100 for 60 minutes, or let's say 75 for 60 minutes, I would still get lessons, guys, okay? But the issue is I wouldn't get lessons that often. So even if, for example, he has $100, he, based on how much money he does on YouTube, he basically does these lessons mainly when he has like free time or he wants to, you know? So that's why he can put his price up. And because he's like, well, people are probably messaging him, can you coach me? And, you know, he's very firm on $100, then he will get people, because a lot of people watch his channel, you know, so his reach is really big, you know? So that's really important to know about this. Again, always think about 2 sides of the coin, you know? So, let's go into the video and let's see how he coaches, right? I think at the beginning will probably be something like, you know, an intro, and then we're gonna go and start from the beginning. I don't know exactly how he structures his videos.
Let me frame it for you like this. Safe. Unsafe. Go anywhere here. Show me your runes real quick.
Okay, so now this is the beginning. I knew he's gonna put something, because I started doing that, like I started figuring that out as well. Like people really like to get baited into a video by at the beginning of the video, I'm gonna put the audio higher. By the beginning of the video, put something in that's very interesting in the video, and then people, when they watch it, they either skip to that part or they stay and watch the video so long till that moment happens. Okay? I'm not playing it right now. Mango Kuri. I'm not playing it right now, the video. I'm just explaining stuff, so it's paused. You see? It's paused right now. Yeah. So, it's gold elo. Okay? So let's just put here in. This will be gold mid laner. Okay. Okay, good. So, let's get into it now. Okay? The session got heated, not really because the client disagreed on a couple of things. I'm gonna tell you guys like this. When I do coaching sessions, people never disagree with me. When I explain something, there's about 99% of chance that the person will say, I agree, or ask a follow-up question. When I explain something, I've done hundreds of videos and VODs and stuff like that. When you know how to explain something to someone, when you know who is on the other side, they do not disagree heatedly, okay? They do not be like, oh no, I don't agree, and stuff like that, you know? So the reason why, if it happens, I'm gonna comment on this, why it happened, but it's mainly, I think, if this happened, mainly because he doesn't know how to really coach efficiently and knows the process of how to actually convey information properly to the student. Even though he might know the correct information, he might not necessarily be able to translate that information to the student. Okay, so let's go into it.
Okay.
But you just read it authority. I understand why people don't speak back to you. When you coach so many people as I did, and from various, like, I'm still coaching challenger players how to coach, you know? So when you do that, I mean, and you have my control over emotions, people, when they get the feeling that I really want to help them, they just don't talk back to me, you know?
All. Lots of champions that are gonna whack on us quite a bit.
Yes, I had to deal with a lot of Vegas in pro play. Okay, let's see.
Lots of champions that are gonna whack on us quite a bit.
So I'm thinking Dark Seal.
Okay.
I just think it's better than Doran's ring, like objectively.
You mean as a starting item?
Like for energy chance.
Okay, the first thing we already see that I really hate, coaching perspective wise, you see his eyes, you see where he's looking at when he's doing the lesson, he's reading or focusing on something else, okay? So when the client is talking to him, he's actually not listening to him, okay? Like he's listening a little bit, okay? And he's like, okay, let's get this over with as fast as possible. So already his attitude when he started this, he doesn't look, it doesn't matter about the chat. I don't care about the chat. If you're doing a coaching session, okay, even if the client pays you for your time, you better fucking give him your time. He deserves that, okay? If you're gonna do other stuff, then, you know, tell him, okay, my coaching lesson is going to look like this. I'm going to listen to you 50% of the time, and 50% of the time, I'm going to do something else. You know? So this is really already this start. I really don't like that. I really don't like when people do this because someone came to you for advice. Someone came to you and, you know, you're just not really listening to him.
It's just better, like objectively.
You mean as the first item? Like, are you going into lane? You going for Dark Seal first?
Yeah, against Katarina, yeah.
You see how he repeated his question like twice, 3 times? He's doing something else. You know what I mean? Like if he registered the first time, he would either, you know, ask him, "Are you sure?" or, you know, a follow-up to make him to really check if he is really sure about Dark Seal and why. And then argument, or you could give him the, you know, answer immediately.
I'm not sure.
So
You see? Do you guys now believe me he's doing something else? Okay? He was like, he's doing something else, thinking about something else. I'm not sure. Give me some more time. And now he's probably gonna finish what he's doing. And now he's gonna then follow up answer correctly. You know?
how do you feel about like?
I would
working, like,
I would probably just go with the Doran's ring versus Cat.
Okay.
Okay. Next thing. Okay? True. Maybe he's looking at Akali's pro guides or something, you know? Now it's really important to see we're doing a second thing here, okay? The second thing here that he's doing is he said, I would probably go. If you listen to me throughout the whole, 2 hours, 3 hours now, holy moly, I need to stop streaming. 3 hours now that we've been on stream, right? Have I ever said, probably, maybe, I think, could be, it might happen, I'm not sure, Have I ever said something like this? Have I ever used these words in my explanations? You guys have been 3 hours now with me, what do you guys think? Okay, so basically the point is, okay, no shorty, I'm reacting to Neace. I don't know if you know him. I didn't know him before chat messaged me to him. So basically, you see, I'm not using these words, and the reason why I'm not using these words is because these words give the person that's listening to me the ability to doubt what I'm saying. Okay, it gives them doubt. Okay, it's like if I say probably, then I'm basically portraying that I don't know. You come to me for advice, and I'm saying maybe, probably. If I, for example, don't know something, for example, we had the Kaiser in the first game today, VOD review, right? And I literally said at the beginning, I said, guys, I'm not gonna talk about the items because I don't know right now what the best, most optimal Kaiser build is. Okay? Now, if I had a student that items and stuff would matter, let's say I would talk with, a master, Kaiser player, AD carry, I would definitely check before the lesson and get this information so that I would know and be prepared, because the reason why I don't know the current build for Kaiser is because I'm just not updating myself right now all the time for every single champion, But I would say I don't know, But if I say maybe, then it's like, I don't want to I don't want to sound like I don't know, and I don't want to, but I don't know the correct answer too, so I'm kind of like, Is it back? Okay, it's back. I don't know, my cable has been really, off lately. Okay, good. So let's continue.
Why not a Dark Seal if we
No,
are
well-
trying to get an early kill?
Well, if you're trying to get an early kill, you wouldn't go Conqueror. At least in my opinion, you'd go Electrocute.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Maybe we want Conquer.
If you want to grab an early kill, you would go Electrocute, not Conqueror. Usually we use Electrocute in lanes when we wanna, burst someone down, and we are kind of like fast execute. Let's say against a lot of mages, and when, the enemy team is a lot like, we're not gonna be able to stack up our Conqueror easily, we go Electrocute. But in most situations, Conqueror is just better. Even in Katarina, Conqueror is better because we're gonna fight her for a long time, and we can stack up the Conqueror, So when he says his reasoning is, you don't wanna, you see, like, it's just, he's like really thinking, okay? Exactly, it's either Conqueror or Fleet into bad matchups. True, Shori. Basically, the point is that he's just trying to mask his Doran's Ring versus Dark Seal. Like, this is on previous patch though, so, starting items, Usually we start with
the late game
Akali, we
scaling
start
after
Doran's
Well,
shield. We
yeah,
started
I
into
mean, I'm
bad
with you.
matchups, like Oriana that pokes us early, and we need to survive. And we go Doran's. I never saw Dark Seal. I always saw Doran's ring. I never really saw Dark Seal at all. Dark Seal is maybe just good in solo queue because you can stack it up. But in pro play, I never remember we seen so many Akali. It's either Doran's shield or it was Doran's ring.
But I'm saying if your goal is to just like kill,
What? It's new patch? Okay. Yeah, so Doran's ring or Doran's
just to
shield.
crush a lane, then why are we going Conqueror? Does that? Do you understand what I'm getting at?
Have you watched
Yeah,
head
but,
coach
like, I think I can
Moriarty
crush
from
a lane just through
Mobalytics?
my mechanics against
Mango
gold
Kuri.
players,
I haven't.
Because I think my column mechanics are like pretty good. And
Okay.
I'm gonna say this and then like int on stream or whatever, but like I actually think they're like pretty good.
Okay, let's see what you do
I
then.
think they're much better than my rank or mechanics.
What did he say?
Rank or mechanics.
My ranker
Okay.
mechanics. Oh, okay. I'm gonna say like this, just straight up, if a student would tell me that, I would always let him to prove me wrong before I make a judgment. But if he is gold and he's playing Akali and he tells me his mechanics are good, that is most definitely not true. If he would be able to mechanically be good on Akali, he would at least be diamond. If we approach Akali of what she's capable of about 70 to 80%, okay, we would be diamond. If we approach 90%, we would at least be master. Like Akali is a champion that when you know her in and out, and when you're good mechanically, nothing can really stop you. Like it's a champion that you can outplay almost anybody. That's why she was so popular in pro play. Do you think the same can be said about AD carry? Yes, AD carry as well.
Let's see it.
Perfect curve, perfect.
For what it's worth,
Bro, a lot of Grandmaster Plus players don't have good Akali mechanics. Shori! That is true, but I'm talking about main Akalis. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the guys that really play the champion a lot. I'm not talking about pro players that Akali came out and then he played 5 games in a week on her. I'm talking about players that really play the champion a lot. But that is true. When players in Grandmaster Challenger, when they switch between champions, a lot of times we see issues on champions because they want to keep a big champion pool. I saw that video. He played like Diamond Micro, I think, or better Macro really bad. Okay, we'll see. Hide on top lane. I'm looking for a fun AD carry to like one trick or main. I don't like really passive AD carries. Wolfie, I would really just try every AD carry out and see which one works for you. Like, it's super hard to recommend fun champions to people because it's like everybody has a different definition. So if you try all of them, definitely, trust me, you're gonna figure out which one works for you and then just go from there.
I don't necessarily think this item choice is gonna make or break the game. So let me frame it like that. I don't think the Dark Seal versus Doran Shield is gonna be a big deal.
Yeah, risk reward.
But what I do think, I think it's going to be other things.
Okay, that is true. So what he's telling is true. A starting item like Doran's Ring versus or Dark Seal versus Doran Shield is not gonna break, or win the game, But, I completely agree with him. And he wants to step away from the topic, which is okay. I can already see 3 pods there, so that's already a question mark in itself. Why do you go Doran's Ring, Dark Seal, and you go 3 potions? You usually go refillable. You do Dark Seal and 3 potions, yeah. What do you think of Eiko Akali Silas as a champ pool for plat 3 mid laner? You can have any champ pool you want. Eco. You can have any champion pool you want. I would just suggest you have 2 champions. My take, like some coaches say 3, some coaches say more, some coaches say 1. My take is to have 2. One you feel really comfortable with, like you play most of the time, and then you have a backup just in case if it's like a very bad matchup or your champion is banned. And after you hit diamond, then that would change. Your champion pool would change. But till diamond, I really don't advise people to have, more than 2 champions. Okay, let's look at some of the stuff now.
What do you mean other things?
Well, first, let's see if you're actually winning lane. As far as I'm concerned, you're not really winning lanes, by the way.
Okay, so I can already see he's doing a very, very basic mistake, okay? There are two really core issues that Neace is doing right now. First issue is the style he's doing of coaching right now is called no style, okay? The style he's using right now in coaching is called no style. Why is it no style? Because what he's doing is he's trying to, talk during the game with him, okay? So he's taking concentration away from him, and at the same time, what he's also doing, right, is he's like, making him think, make him, confused, and he's not really providing any useful information to him. So, when I was very, very inexperienced as a coach back in a few years back, I did stuff like this. Now, this kind of style, doing it like this, is really, really, really bad. It's really bad, for coaching. So the way he's doing things, approaching things, it's very bad, There are much, much better styles to be used. And the second thing he's doing is he's kind of like saying like, yeah, let's see. And he's like, I see. So during the game, he's telling him, I disagree with you. You don't have any mechanics, right? Without even seeing him play, without argumenting anything, right? He's doing the mistake of assuming before seeing someone play, which is very, very bad. If this is before the game, he can do it because he has the full concentration of the person, but doing it right before the game can lead to very bad things. I'm gonna say like this. Okay. Do you just let them play and go over it? Depends. I have about 4 different live coaching styles that I do. So it really depends on the person and how he learns, So, yeah.
Because your farm is way too low to be saying that you crush lanes. But I'm just ignoring that for the purposes of this discussion, and I just want to see how you play it out.
Okay. I have like the gold idea of like what winning a lane is, not like what the actual winning a lane is.
You see, all of this conversation, complete nonsense. Complete nonsense. Waste of time. Complete waste of time. When you do coaching, you wanna get the most out of your student, to see his limit, to see where he is, not made him mentally weak so he can fuck up and then hammer down on him. That's not good, It is true that the student itself started these conversations, okay? He started these conversations, but the problem is that Neace doesn't know how to properly deal with it as a coach, okay? He doesn't know how to properly react and manage the situation, which shows his inability to be a very, very good coach.
Yeah, I'll let you focus up. I'll see.
Okay, and now he saves himself. That's good. Okay. Are we gonna watch now him being just quiet and watching the game? League coach senpai, maybe. Maybe I can hammer it down with my biceps. For example, you saw this trade, right? So this trade showed 2 things. One, he doesn't really understand what level 1 versus level 2 is, okay? 2, his inability to understand, okay, Katarina, how Katarina works and how her shurikens work and how Katarina trades, Okay, at least he seems like he's into it now. He's like looking the screen. He's like thinking about things. So I like that. Is he gonna talk? I know he's muted right now, right?
Okay, so we get the kill. What are we gonna do with the lane here?
Okay, so he does actually talk during the game. Okay, so I thought he's gonna be like quiet and then take notes or something, and then he's gonna talk after the game, but he's actually, you know, talking, which I hate this. Like he did something good. He didn't wait for him to do something right, and he follows up with a question. You know, I really don't like that. You know.
I'd say just press B.
Okay. Don't cancel my back.
That's what we're hoping not to happen. Buy quick. Buy quick, Pro Mechanics. Let's go. Where's the boot?
Oh my god. Did you just hear him? Oh my god, did you just hear him? What he said? Wow. And then he says, yeah, the student was a little bit argumentative, and you know, like if I would do coaching, I would say buy quick, go 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 go, right? But I would never say are you stupid, or you know, I would call him names, and you know. Oh my god. Okay, you never go personal, guys. You never go personal in a coaching session, except if the coach and the student knows each other. I go personal with people only when I've been with them for quite some time, you know? So when I'm in gaming houses with them, when I'm live with them, or when I did like, you know, 5-10 hours of coaching with them, you know? Then I would, you know, kind of go sometimes a little bit personal. But this guy just met this guy. I would never, ever call someone in-game while he's playing, like, oh yeah.
Boots. Get your boots. Pro Mechanics, go! Get me the fuck out of the base!
I'm waiting for my boots.
Holy shit, is that why we're in gold?
Yeah, it is.
Holy shit, I just moved into a new house. I could have fucking moved into a second one. Could have grabbed all my stuff. I could have moved the setup and moved it again.
How do you train yourself to, like, buy items faster?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you do? Like, I can't think about it in, like, 3 seconds, like, when to buy my items.
What do you mean you can't think about it in 3 seconds?
Like,
are you... I'm gonna ask you this question and just answer... Well,
okay, so, do you guys see what's been happening right now? So, our coach, Neace, is discussing, arguing, and talking to the students about something that happened 5-10 seconds ago, okay? And the student is actually playing the lane, you know? Like, do you know how hard it is to concentrate into, like, doing this trade and mechanically pulling it off properly and actually having a discussion? It's really, really hard, especially for lower elo people. The best example I can give you guys is, you know, so basically, a lot of you guys are driving a car, right? Some of you probably don't, but it would be this equivalent as I'm just learning, I'm getting my driving license, and all of you guys know when you were getting your driving license, you couldn't speak with the passenger on the other side, okay? Because it would distract you, right? And it's the same thing here, because you don't know enough about how to drive a car, because you don't know enough about, you know, the roads, you know, have it, you know, as a mechanic, you have issues, talking during the time you're driving / playing, you know? And it's the same thing happening here. So what he's actually doing is he's actually hurting the student a lot, you know? El Carocho, why are you watching this? So bad coaching? The reason why I'm watching this is because we were discussing that this is like $100 lesson, and I wanted to go over it and see if it's really worth $100, you know? Neace. Really? Isn't it Neace? It says Neace here. I'm eating pizza with Solomon. Is he reviewing a live game? No, he's talking to him while he's playing. He's talking to him while he's playing. Yeah, I'm not on fitness diet right now because fitness is closed. I'm not comparing. I'm just trying to show you guys so you guys will be able to differentiate and be able to start judging coaches and difference between content, you know? So you guys will know yourself, you know, what to look into a coach to see if he's a good coach or not, you know? I did a lesson.
hold on,
I did a discussion with Zen. I still have the recording for it, but Twitch deleted it because of 10 days. Anyway, let's move on. What do I think of Veteran? I have not ever seen him coach, but I've heard some good things about Veteran. What do I think about Veigar V2? Budget LS.
Let you focus on this. Okay, that's a solo kill.
Okay.
Okay, I would jam this lane. Well, let me ask you this question. Are you in school?
Yeah.
Okay. How's your school going? Can you do math?
Yeah. To some extent, sure.
Computation? Like if I held a fucking flashcard and I was like, what is 10 plus 7?
Mm-hmm.
Would you be able to
be
answer
like
17?
17.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then, yeah, press B here, by the way. You reset here. Reset, press B, press B, press B, press B, trust.
Yeah.
That's basically...
So he's doing the same thing, right? He's talking to him about trying to explain something while the person is playing. This is pure shit.
That's all it is. Okay, so what's our core item that you want? You want that? Buy the health and go. It's easy enough.
Okay.
He didn't explain him how buying works, okay? Let me educate you guys. So, how buying works. Do you know how pro players buy? When they are playing the lane, they play towards a base timing. They play towards an item, okay? They know why they're basing in the first place. So when they go to base, they already know what they're gonna base. They don't think about what they're gonna buy in the base. Okay? Because they base for the reason. When they're fighting, and they're not basing for a reason, let's say they win a fight, and they base, in that 7 or 8 seconds that they're basing, this is the time they think quickly about what they're gonna buy, okay? And when they come into base, they immediately click at the edge of the base and they buy. Okay? This is how basing works. It's not, oh, we come into base, now you have a flash card, what's 10 plus 7? 17. No, that's not how we buy items, you know? We think about it before. Why do you think we have 7 or 8 seconds when we're basing? You know what I mean? So
And
his
yes, and
explanation
someone in
is
chat,
shit.
And chat, by the way,
And chat, by the way. Oh my god.
so you're backing. You've got all that time in the world to think about what you were buying as you were backing.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I was gonna say. Is like you think about what you're buying as you're backing. It's
Yes.
probably like-
Yeah, you look at your gold and you say, okay, this is kind of a weird timing, but I'm gonna back.
Did you see something? Okay? This is something that's really, really interesting. He was telling him, after a kill, base. He was telling him, after a kill, leave the wave as it is. Now, when the wave came, and he actually with Akali didn't show any understanding on Showcase that he's gonna freeze. And he didn't tell him that. So this is kind of like a red flag for me, you know, that kind of tells me, did he even know that what Akali right now just did was good? You know what I mean? So how is he actually selecting what he says? Doesn't seem consistent to me right now.
Where are we going? You just where are we going, buddy? We're running all.
By the way, I'm thinking of doing a session with you and Veteran. Make an honest review about both. Are you okay with it? Sure, Eko. You can do it.
Over Kingdom Come.
I do that. I know what I want to base for, the cost, and if I'm gonna need a control word or not. Yeah, like the higher elo you are, the more control words you buy. Okay, like in pro play, we teach people to buy a control word every single time they base, so they need to kind of structure their base timings based on the fact that they should buy. If they have the control over the lane, they should plan their base so that they can buy a control board.
Come.
By the way, something funny. Do you know that the Akali player said he has very good mechanics, but he's playing with locked camera all the time? Just saying. Just saying.
All right, pro mechanics. Look at your wave. Look at your wave.
Yeah. What about it?
That's we're going over that one if I have time. Hopefully I do. We're going over that one in the VOD.
Okay.
What is this?
You're just running around.
Did the guy actually pay $100 for this, or sorry, did he actually pay, or did he pay him to be the student for content? I don't know. I just feel like it's not serious. 1 second. I'm just gonna turn on the light.
Around, dude, hoping it works. Look at our farm now. We were doing so well, and you reverted right back into poverty farm mode. I like to imagine that there's a.
So did you see how he's always waiting for the Akali player to do something? This is what I said with the freeze, right? I said I don't even know. So basically, what I'm getting from this Neace guy is that he's actually just waiting for something to happen, and then he just comments on it. Okay? So even in terms of, let's say he's speaking with the student, that's kind of style, right? It's not good, you know? Because it shows that he's not thinking in advance, he's not thinking what he wants to teach the student, he's just here to bash on him and do content, in my opinion.
You're walking down the street, and you were just, for the first like 3 minutes of walking down the street, you're like, oh, $1 there, $1 there. That's cool. I like free money. And then about 5 minutes of walking down the street, someone on the side of the road's like, hey, you want a chance to win $10? All you got to do is get away from that free money for 30 seconds. But if you don't get this $10, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to take a vacuum cleaner and suck up all these little free dollars laying all over the road. That's what you just did. You just left. You're like, I don't like free money. I like.
Do you know what I hate the most? This is what I teach players, not coaches. But I hate the most when players think about what happened. During the game, you do not have time to think about what happened. You should think about what are you gonna do next. So what he's actually doing is he's actually talking to him about stuff that already happened. So he's actually putting away his focus on what he wants to do, how he wants to win the game, instead of, you know, like he's just talking about what happened, which doesn't help, you know, the player in the situation at all. Do you think this Akali is not gonna change this game if you talk to him something? No, he's not gonna learn anything whatsoever. So this is a really waste of time.
Like risky money, and you just ran off.
Yeah. Is that what I'm doing right now?
Let's see.
Let's see.
I actually don't mind this room.
Again, something to judge his knowledge, Neace's knowledge, right? So if he is a very smart player, if he or coach or whatever, he needs to know if it's worth to roam bot while he's leaving the lane here. So we should know if a roam is gonna work out here. We don't say, let's look when we're here and let's look, and then he's here and then, I don't mind this roam. Like, huh? Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, I'm back. So what I'm trying to say is that he's not even showing. So for example, Veigar V2, LS, right? Those are kind of like the coaches that they know a lot about the game. The reason why I say that, for example, NS and Veigar V2 have a lot of knowledge about the game, they're really good about it, but they're not the best coaches, okay? Is because they do, a lot of mistakes. Now, this guy doesn't even feel the first point about coaching, which is actually knowing what the hell he's talking about, Would you consider making your channel points things? This is a very good idea. Leak Coach Pi. Can you put that into my Discord? Can you give that idea can you write it into my Discord? And Carly's gonna take it. So Beyond is gonna take it, and we can implement it. I already told him he should think about, making a system for the points. So this could be a really good idea for the points. League Coach Pi. If you can put it into Discord, it's a very, very smart idea. I like it. Okay, let's move on.
If I'm being honest, I don't mind looking for it, but let's see how you play it.
By the way, he can't kill her.
Oops.
I didn't mind fishing for it, but now you have to go right back to mid. Go right back to mid. Go
I don't mind fishing for it. It was a bad call. It was a bad call to go.
through the jungle. Just get the fuck out of here. That roam is actually, in my opinion,
if you
okay.
have questions,
and
a
the
lot
reason
of
why
them
I think
message
it's
me on
okay
Discord.
is it's
If
fine
it's
to
a
look
short
at
one,
it because you had mid pushed
you
in,
can
so I
put
don't
in here.
hate that. But I would hate it if you lingered around. Yeah, just wrap around this guy. Oh my god. Yeah, here it is. You deserve it. Oh, sick mechanics.
This is not coaching. This is content. This is not
Boom
coaching.
shakalaka, dude.
This is
What did you
not
do wrong
coaching.
just now?
It's basically saying like, look, it's basically saying like this. I'm gonna pay $100 to you to make me a better player, and what you do is you're making fun of me on stream. Now this is going too far. This is going too far. I would at least ask for a refund. I would at least ask for a refund now. Like this is going too far. This is going too far. It's one more relevant about skill capped. If it's about skill capped, Skeezer, please message me on Discord about it, okay? I mean, that's just pathetic.
I took a really dumb fight.
Yeah, the problem is he's not
What
Cristiano
could you have
Ronaldo
done?
in League of Legends, you know?
Not taking the fight.
Just wrap around.
If Cristiano Ronaldo made fun of you, you would laugh with him and you wouldn't enjoy it. This is like, second league Germany or second league Netherlands, player talking shit about how you play football,
Brown chickens.
Yeah.
Now, let me assess why
Same mistake.
why did you think that you ever win that fight versus Katarina there? With no ult,
Most of this problem, the reason why Akali did this is because he's talking to him. Neace forgets something called delay on Discord. Actually, there's no delay on Discord. Wolf Sniper, there's actually no delay on Discord. Discord screen share doesn't have delay. It doesn't have delay. I mean, sure. I didn't even look at their own choices, but whatever.
Oh, you had nothing. You had. Wait, you flashed too, didn't you?
But this
she
is not
flashed,
coaching, this is content.
She flashed too. So that makes it. If,
Okay, from now on, I'm gonna... Because I know now that this is not coaching, this is content, I'm gonna just be skipping now, okay? He doesn't deserve my full time to listen to what he's talking.
if you're trying to excuse.
What do I do with the wave here?
He's doing something else
and,
again.
probably reset. Or roam. Roam's good too. Roam's fine. Bottom wasn't the problem. It's the fact that you just inted after roaming.
No, that's not true.
Is it like, should I be taking...
You see how he's doing something else again? Like this is So first, he's not really sure what he's talking about. Second, he only comments on things after they're done. Third, he's talking to him and he's very, very disrespectful during the game. Really disrespectful. Fourth, there's not even an ounce of professionalism from him. And fifth, he's actually doing other stuff, reading other stuff, looking at other stuff while doing the lesson. This is a complete... This is not coaching. This is complete waste of time. So, he's probably doing a VOD. Let's skip to the VOD because I can't listen to this. I really can't listen to this. He didn't teach him anything right now. Okay. Let's go to the VOD. He probably does a VOD review after. Just to see what his knowledge is like. Because his coaching is not there. Where's the VOD? Okay, here.
Ooh, oh, we lost, I guess. Hee hee. That's
This is why I skipped.
that's, that's how I. Yeah. Hold on a second.
So,
Let me-
instead of fighting...
No, you're good. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Before I go, I wanna share something with you.
Before I go, what is this? What do you mean? He didn't do anything yet. Before you go?
On the edge of their seat, they had Mountain Dews in their hands.
Yeah?
They had
Wait,
their
what?
girlfriends and what? No, when you said that you were gonna show us what's what with your laning, you were about to pop off.
Yeah?
So they all started. They were excited, you know. They wanted to see it. So they had their wives come in.
Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of a story. Let me tell you guys something. I have a tournament. I go on a tournament, right? And I tell before a tournament, I say, guys, we're gonna stomp them. We're gonna beat them. I'm gonna show you guys how good I am. I will, I'm gonna show everybody how good I can play the game. And then I start playing the game, and during the game, the whole time, a random person is standing next to me, next to my ear, and telling me, "Oh, you suck. Oh, what is this play? Oh, what are you doing? Oh my god, did you actually flash there? Oh, you should really base here." Come on, man, Come on, like, can you, use your ultimate better? The whole game. And during the game, I played bad. I did a lot of mistakes. Okay? Now, do you guys see that the guy that was standing next to me while I was playing, while I was making fun of me, is the equivalent of Neace. It is the equivalent of Neace. Okay? So tell me, how can I show my maximum? Okay? If someone standing next to me all the time, or on my headset, is making fun of me, is not contributing to what I can do and what I should do. He's not supporting me. He's not giving me confidence. He's not trying to get the most out of me. Right? Tell me. And then you say afterwards, you have the nerve to say, okay, that he should have proven that he's good mechanically and stuff like that. When you were beat throughout the whole game, you're making fun of him. And you're messing him up. if he would know how to handle talking during the game. Even some pro players don't know how to do it. Do you think a gold player can do it? If you know something about the game, you would know that's usually not possible. There are very, 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 very rare people that can actually talk while they play in lower elos. Very, 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 very rare. Okay? And then you have the nerve to say that to him. Like, this is complete disrespect. I would not even take the refund. I would even write a bad review. I would post this on media on him. I would make someone analyze this and actually put this guy straight. Like, if the reason I'm getting mad, because my assumption is that this is a coaching lesson. If this is a coaching lesson, then this is unacceptable. If this is there for content, if he paid this guy to come here, if he got someone from his stream and, you know, he really wanted to go on it and he just wants to do content, I understand what Neace is doing. If this is really a coaching lesson, if the guy really contacted him and say, I'm gonna pay you $100, can you coach me for 90 minutes? Then this is completely unacceptable. Okay?
And give him a massage, bring some Doritos.
Yeah.
Let's see what he says after him.
You gave him that. That's what you gave him.
Okay, but like, I think I got a pretty good solo kill or something in there. Solo kill or two.
Yeah.
But,
The guy's handling super well.
Not.
The guy's handling super well. I would put this guy straight.
Man.
If he would coach me, I would put this guy straight,
They were
man.
expecting...
Like,
they
this
were
is...
expecting Super
the
Bowl,
student-
and you gave...
The student is actually super respectful and in super positive. I'm giving kudos to this Akali. Like, he's handling it super well. He's handling it super well.
You gave them, like, I don't know, a jump rope competition. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the level that I felt like you let him down.
yeah, I understand. I mean, like, your description at the end of, like, when you're like, wee, like...
It was fun, dude. It was fun. I was having fun. Hold on, let me see. So you opened super strong. You got some nice little solo kills.
Why can't I see your screen?
Hold on, that's my bad. Hold on. I think I failed you on that. No, okay, so you know above the chat window there's like that black space.
Wait,
If you click anywhere in that like black space above the chat, I call it the viewfinder. I don't know if that's like the technical term or not. You should be able to load it. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get this cool
Let's
open.
see. So what this is gonna show is mainly just Neace's knowledge about the game. Let's see what he says. So his coaching is already, you know, from 1 to 10, it's 1. But let's see what his knowledge about the game is.
So get this kill mid. Everything's cool. I have you back. I'm gonna show you that moment that it went off the rails. Okay, I'm gonna use your vision, and then I have to go. So right here is when I just...
Skeptic, you sure the guy paid? I'm almost, based on Neace's reaction, I'm almost 100% sure that this guy was just picked from stream. Maybe he was cocky in stream and this guy picked him up and wanted to make fun of an example of him. But did he really pay? Are you sure? This is not some, like I said, random guy picked from stream. I wanna, you know, show stream what he's actually capable of, kind of thing.
This is a head scratcher to me.
Okay.
Where were you going?
I was gonna place a ward.
Okay, so you're going to place a ward.
The fact he asks him, where were you going, instead of just knowing that based on the fact what the guy's doing and what the situation is, shows his inability of understanding the game. You should know that this isn't representative of Neace as a coach in his base level. If he's being toxic here, you should review some of his other videos. When he's not bullying his client, his advice is mostly his advice is mostly inane, pointless, or simply wrong. So PPS delivery service. So are you telling me, I didn't really understand what you just wrote me. Are you saying the other videos are better, or are you saying me that other videos are worse? Because you said even when he's not bullying his client, his advice is mostly inane, pointless, or simply wrong. So this means more like that he's even when he's not bullying clients, he's providing bad feedback. If I understand this correctly. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. If I understood you. Oh, that what you noticed. Okay. So I understood you correctly. Okay. Not all of Neace's videos such toxic and disrespectful. He just triggers when guy he's coaching shows off his mechanics or something. I don't know. Like, I would at least give someone a chance. If someone tells me I have good mechanics, I would give him a chance to prove it. I wouldn't bully him throughout the whole... I gave the example before of, you know, Neace being the guy that is like standing next to me while I'm trying to prove myself and telling me I suck all the fucking time, and then saying to me, why didn't I play my best? Well, you know, I had you screaming next to me in my ear how bad I am, making fun of me. How the hell am I gonna concentrate? You know? So that's the point of view, you know? But the main point about this video, I didn't bring this up because I wanted to bash on a coach. I brought this up because we were talking about this video, because we were talking with other people in the stream, and they were saying, like, we were talking about the amount of they were talking about the amount of how much coaches are expensive, and Neace was charging $100. So I wanted to show if the coach is really worth the amount of money you guys are paying, you know? And I didn't expect something so bad, to be honest. Did you ever do a review on Coach Curtis? I did, Sandra. I did a review, but I did on his mental video, and I really liked it. I didn't do a review of his game play video, you know?
But why are we warding right now?
Because I was like, because I just like, oh, it's just the minions, like, because I just thought like the waves were crashing, so it'd be a good time to ward or whatever.
Waves are crashing to us. Why would we ward with the waves on us?
Skizzer, I haven't seen any Saber
the
coaching.
Minions have to take time to die, though, right?
What? So, okay. Check this. Look, I'm gonna make this easy for you.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys like this. I can already feel, based on the conversation, that the student is very confused. The student is not in the right mind, so when he's asking him these questions are usually good to figure out what someone thinks, you know? But first of all, you need to have an idea what you want to teach someone something, okay? And second of all, the student has to be in a very good mind to tell you a response that you can actually use, okay? And as we can see here, okay, we can see that, you know, first of all, the response that the student gave him, the student is completely out of it. Like, he's like, because of a dive, you know? Like, if he plays a lot of Akali, he knows he's not gonna get dove as an Akali. You know, like, he has Shroud, he has E, he's gonna have access to ultimate very soon. People are not gonna dive him. An Nocturne, a Katarina with no CC are not gonna dive him, you know? Like, he probably knows that. You know, I'm assuming he knows that based on the amount of Akali games, you know? He only said that because he's very, very, I really feel for the guy. Like, he's not thinking straight, you know?
Because you're hurting my brain right now, okay? I'm literally, I don't even know. So, fuck. Hold on a second. Where's my chat? Because I can't be alone in this. Okay, I gotta see this with my chat because okay, here's what we can control right now, okay? This is the space that we can control. And honestly, let me frame it for you like this. Safe. Unsafe. What the fuck space. This is a what the fuck space, okay? When I see you go anywhere here, my brain goes, what the fuck? Because no matter what happens, the wave should be coming to us. This is fundamentals of the game. offense, defense. I call this defense. We are on defense right now, okay? We defense.
We're not on defense. We just killed Katrina twice. Okay? We have a huge item advantage. Do you think what he's doing is for defense? No, he's not doing this lane stand because of defense. He's doing this lane stand because of offense. He's trying to set up a situation, making Katrina overextend, and then killing her again for the third time in a row. And the best way to do it is if there's a long lane for him to kill her. So he's not playing any defense right now. Okay? So this whole argument is...
Katarina, offense. Makes sense? She's offense because if you look at the minion wave, who's pushing? You or her? Did you say
Her.
Her, exactly. She's pushing because she has
more minions, but do you understand that we want her to push? We want to freeze. Why? So we can create a situation to kill her. We're not letting her push because she's stronger. We don't let her push because she has more minions. We're just letting her push and go for a freeze like this so that we can easier then kill her later. Katrina has no power in the laning phase right now. We killed her 2 times. We have a huge item advantage. We have a level advantage. We're gonna get level 6 before her. You know? We're not playing defense here. You know?
more minions. If you contest these
No, Katrina is pushing, but we are allowing her to push. Okay?
minions, she's gonna slap the shit out of you because she has a bigger wave. So she's just gonna push into you with
Run it up H-Town. No, this is not me.
that. Now,
Oh, this is not Wiggy.
The reason-
no.
Slap the shit out of me?
she can slap the shit out of you with that wave, yes. What?
Aren't I 2 kills?
You have 2 kills, but that doesn't mean you're gonna skip over a wave. That's just how the game works. Offense, defense.
Yeah, but you said that she can just walk.
Yeah,
like
she
that.
will slap the shit out of you if you try to farm. Even though you have 2 kills, it would be a bad trade, a bad idea to try to just PP slap her with this minion wave. And even if, like, okay, I'll give you an olive branch here. Let's
Wait,
pretend.
what do you mean PP slapper? What's the threat of the minion wave as I'm going to place the ward?
If you go to place the ward here, exactly what happens. If you're wrong and you die, you lose this. Okay? And the threat is, yeah, the Katarina may not be able to kill you, but let's say that something bad happens, like you bump into somebody like this guy, or I don't know, a support roam.
Okay, we're gonna skip to the end after, but I'm gonna tell you guys like this. What he's doing, okay, what Neace is doing, is he's a person that judges not a decision. He doesn't judge, he just judges the results, okay? He's not, trying to fix his thinking process. He's not trying to improve the player. What he's just doing is he sees a result of an action, okay? And he's trying to argument right now that he can't ward because someone might be waiting for him. It doesn't fucking matter if there's Nocturne, Yumi, and Katarina in this bush when he places a ward. Akali has no whatsoever threat of getting killed. There's absolutely zero those 3 champions can do, even if they wait here in this bush and all flash over the wall. All flash over the wall. He still doesn't die if he plays with Akali correctly. Okay? So, what he's doing right now is he saw him getting collapsed upon, and he's trying to use this as an argument to judge his ward. This was bad because Nocturne was waiting there, right? It was bad. You should have known Nocturne was waiting there, so you shouldn't go for a ward. That's not even the case. That's like his whole argument is complete shit. And did you see how the student? Okay. Do you see? Yeah, but what Akali can do when she gets feared, she can do it in Shroud, and it's very difficult for Nocturne to land fear on her if Akali uses her Shroud ability, So Nocturne can't click on Akali, okay? And then Akali can go to the edge of the Shroud, and she can E out towards the tower. And then she can run towards the tower, and she can be in tower range, okay? But No, it wasn't a good call to ward. You know, warding is bad, but I'm not trying to judge that right now. I'm just trying to show you, okay, that he's a result-based analyst. He saw a result, and he's trying to now use this result and argument a point, which is bad, okay? You wanna, when you're coaching, you wanna change the fundamental how people think about the game. You don't wanna just tell him, in this game, this was bad, good luck next one. You want to use a situation and tackle bad habits that he has and try to teach him something new about the game, some core mechanics, some core fundamentals, something that he can use into multiply games, you know? Like, it makes no sense to argument Nocturne is here and they can collapse upon him. It just shows he has no idea about what Akali is capable of. So, I'm gonna jump to the end and then I'm gonna give this a score, you know, of his game knowledge. Let's see how he closes this up, because did you see how the student really says, I'm 2-0 up, and he's trying to tell me that Katarina has the pressure and the say in the laning phase. Okay? Did you see? And the student called him out on that. So the student knows more about Akali, more about this state of the lane, more about the situation than this guy does. And he's paying this guy $100 to tell him what to do better. Just saying. Okay, let's go to the last 2 minutes and see how this closed out.
Fucking 0-3 in top lane. I feel like I crushed a game. Like when I've been like dove over and over again in crazy ways or just getting fucked over by dumb shit all game. Like, and I feel like I've made good decisions and just got owned just by circumstance. But that's not what's happening. Yeah.
And then your team might have won. Yeah.
Yes. I've had those games happen. That's why I really like winning lane. To me is more about, are we making good decisions and are we farming well and rotating well? I could really give a shit if you had 10 kills in this lane and I still saw you do this play. I would just kind of roll my eyes. I'd laugh about it and I'd be like, cool, but I wouldn't really give a shit because I know at the end of the day you'd still wind up being in gold because you're not playing out. You're playing out of the system instead of keeping yourself in a system. That makes sense. It's the fundamentals. It's the stuff like this. This stuff, this takes discipline. This takes patience. This takes study. This takes thinking about it and just being passionate about it. If you go off to the side and you ward and you make a mistake and you run off the minions and you ward, that's whatever. It's the fact that after you ward, you saw that fight and you're like, I'm going to skip that. But you weren't thinking about, well, what happens if I'm wrong? Because that's how my brain works. All I would have done in this spot is if I had stepped off the wave, like let's say I had a brain lapse, okay, and I just went to ward for some reason. I'm not saying I probably would have there, but let's say that I do. I would have seen that fight and I would have been like, I'd rather just push this wave in first, get 6, because I'm pretty sure you're close. If I'm not mistaken. Because you are ahead. Like, you're really far ahead.
Wait, are they still talking about the same play? Oh my god. They're still talking about the same play?
Yeah. You take this wave, you get 6.
For 8
then
minutes.
Then you do the same exact play. You'll never lose this game. You would crush this game. You'd run the whole game over.
So basically, what he did is he criticized him. Okay, now I'm gonna make my closing statement. Let's say 20 more seconds, 20 more seconds. Let's see if something happens.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, I have to go for now because this is dragging a bit. But it was fun, dude. Thanks.
So, let's make the closing statement. Let's make a closing statement, okay? So, I came into this, okay, thinking about, okay, you know, I'm probably gonna talk about a little bit about, you know, maybe some misinformation about the gameplay, and I'm mostly gonna talk about the way someone coaches, okay? And I was right. I was, you know, that's the stuff we were talking about. Now, I'm gonna say like this. My verdict is that Neace is not worth $100. He's not worth $50. He's not worth $20. Okay? He's not worth that kind of money. Okay? I would say if you are, you know, someone that just wants a second opinion and wants someone, you know, flame, you know, you about the game and wants, you know, to hear something, maybe you pay $10 for this, right? But other than that, it's way too much money. There's no value in this. The reason why it's no value in this is because first, we saw at the beginning, he's not going seriously into this. He doesn't give the student the credit. He thinks like it's kind of a battle, you know, like I'm gonna prove my chat that you are wrong, you know, you don't have good mechanics in gold. That's how he went into the lesson. Instead of thinking about what can I do to make the student better than he was yesterday, better than he was before he met me, you know? So his intention going into this are already shit, okay? Going into this were already shit. The fact that he says during the lesson, he says stuff like, oh, I have to go, you know, it's, you know, I'm in a hurry, we're gonna have to close this out, you know, it was fun. Like, what do you think this is? What do you think this is? That I don't know what the student thought, but me paying someone $100 and then saying the person says, oh, this was fun, you know, and I'm gonna touch upon the value, right, of the information itself, but this is a complete fuck up. This is like just the going into it and how he acts is complete, utter unprofessionalism. Someone that is a random player, you know, is a streamer, likes to make fun of people that are worse than him. He actually had no intention throughout the whole lesson that I felt that he wanted to make him better. And that's what coaching is all about. Is making someone better, making someone improve, making someone a better person. That's what I think coaching is. Not making fun of someone, you know, and basically providing him zero value. Now let's go to the value itself. So how he did it, right? First, okay, it doesn't matter. He put it onto the internet. So, you know, we can next time watch someone else. I'm just doing my reaction to a video of one, you know? So the next one is, if he felt that this is bad coaching for him, that it's an embarrassment to him, which this should be, he should put this video down, okay? And not be able for other people to see what he's doing, you know? But he probably thinks that he did a good job. He probably thinks this is gonna get a lot of views. That's why the video is up. So if he thinks that way, it's my right to comment on it if I want to, you know? So I'm gonna say like this. In terms of the content itself, first, the way how he conducted live coaching. He doesn't know how to do live coaching, okay? There's many ways you can do live coaching, okay? There's many ways you can do live coaching. I have about 4 styles that I use. And this one is neither of the 4. And throughout the whole time the student was playing, he actually made him play worse. The main point when we do live coaching, right? We want to see someone live in the moment, the best of him, not the worst of him, the best from him. If I could give a pill to a student and that pill would make him play 100%, okay? If I could do that, I would do it every single time. I want to see the best in a student, okay? The best, not the worst. So when I'm talking shit throughout the whole game, not helping at all, okay? I did skip a big part of it, you know, especially mid and late game, okay? I skipped it, so I can't judge what he said in mid and late game, but his attitude is bad, you know? So he actually hurt the student throughout the live coaching. He made him play worse. He made him do mistakes. He made him, you know, basically lose. He embarrassed him. He embarrassed him in front of his chat. I don't know how many people were watching, but he embarrassed him. That was his intention. To embarrass a person that says that I have good mechanics in gold. That was his intention, and he proved that in the game. He wanted to embarrass him, and he did embarrass him. And I feel sorry for the student. And I give kudos. I really say, good job to keep your mentality and keep the cool you want. Like the student was very respectful and very cool. Okay? He like, if this guy talked to me like this, I would put him straight very fast. You know? So, it is what it is. So, in terms of the value, in terms of live coaching itself, the student didn't learn anything and he played the worst he could possibly play. Okay? I think if he played another game and this guy would actually just shut the fuck up, you know, and let him play, he would play way better. Now let's come to the after the game, because this is what I was like, okay, Okay, he doesn't know, he doesn't have the right intentions going into the game. He didn't provide any value. He actually hurt the student during the live game itself. And then I said, okay, at least the VOD review, he's now gonna show his knowledge about the game. He's gonna, showcase that he knows something about the game. He's gonna convey some information to him. He's gonna teach him something. And you know what happened? Even after the game, I get dog shit. Okay? He talked about one situation for, I think, 12 minutes. Yes, 11 minutes. He talked about one situation where he brought up points that shows that he's incapable of understanding Akali, he's incapable of understanding mid lane, he's incapable of understanding the student. Okay? So she showed that he doesn't know a lot about the game. Okay? And how he arguments it, how he brings the information to student is really bad as well. I don't know where he learned this, I'm just gonna trash talk you and I call this coaching. This is not what we do. When we bring things that someone did wrong, I do this, guys. I tell people, this is really, really bad. This is, I use the word monkeys sometimes, right? I use some curse words. I said, fuck, why did you do this? Sometimes I do this, guys. Okay? But I do it for a reason. And when I do it, I'm objective. I never target a person in the game. I never target the player I'm coaching. I always target the decisions. I target the champions. I target things that are here, that are in front of me, the game. I do not target the player. I do not do that. And the reason why I don't do it, because it's not about the player. Okay? It's about what he can learn from the situation. It's not me to, bring someone down to tell him you're a fucking moron or something like that. Right? That's not my place. There's very rare occasions when I do it, and it's very specific because, when I know someone for a long time, I know how he's gonna react, I know what he needs and stuff like that. Then I go this route, but not to someone that I met for the first time, And then the information he actually gave him in the VOD afterwards. One, I saw so many things even till up to this point. There were so many things that person showed he needs improvement on, And he showed intent, he showed what he's lacking. Judging when to roam, judging when to ward, judging the all-in, judging how to snowball, judging when to judge a good or bad situation. He gave us everything I would need to give this guy a very good feedback, to improve as a player going into next game. But this guy just made fun of him. He tried to argue a point. The student even brought a point and said, do you really think that if I'm 2-0 and she has 2 minions more, that she's stronger than me? And then this guy at least realized a little bit and said, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and say, yeah. He said that. So I'm gonna give you kudos for that. He at least realized that he's talking dog shit, while he's coaching. So I'm gonna say like this. Maybe this video is not representative of, of who Neace is. Maybe he had a bad day. Maybe his intentions were to, different, not coaching, but different. I don't know the story. I'm just judging what I see. And based on what I see, my final verdict, this is not worth $100. This is not worth $50. This is not even worth $20. This is worth about $10. Okay? And based on what I saw here, I would not recommend it. I really would not recommend it. If this is anywhere close to how he coaches, I would not recommend this to anybody. It's better that you call a friend and you talk to him and you say, hey man, can you look at my game and can you give me some advice, right? And they would be able to probably provide you way more information, probably for free, So yeah, that is my reaction towards Neace. Okay, sorry, I kind of wanted to close it up. So if you guys have any questions now about it, you guys can tell me. Did you review Zen coaching? I did. I did slowly. Zen even came into my chat afterwards, and we had a discussion, and I know how that discussion went. I talked to a few people how the discussion went. I'm not gonna say on stream how the discussion went, but first of all, I thought it was really good, you know. But then when I saw from his stream, I saw what kind of person Zen is, which I was a little bit disappointed about. Did you do Loch Pali? No? Bizzleberry? I don't know who these guys are, Wiggly. I don't know who these guys are. Can I give you a video with a timestamp and ask a question about it? Should take a few seconds only. Sure, you can message me on Discord very fast. If you expect Neace to coaching to make the player more averse to looking to his own gameplay and asking questions about it, you should assign the coaching a negative value, no? Oh, you mean from 1 to 10 negative? I mean, I gave my value overall. I didn't really put a number on it, but you know, that's what I said. The reason why I said like $10 is because a lot of coaches do coach for a lot of coaches do coach for $10, and I'm gonna say probably some are even worse. So, you know, that's why I said this. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Like I said, I would say asking a friend for advice would be. Well, Zen coaches for $60 and all he does is force you play any and shout in your ear how bad you are. I don't know. I just reviewed a video of his. I didn't watch a VOD review of his. I just watched a YouTube video from him. You know, trying to teach a certain aspect. Like a VOD review is way different than, or not a VOD review, like a coaching is way different than a YouTube video. You know, so from Zen and from Curtis, I watched YouTube video. Curtis was mental video, which I found pretty good. There are some things that I explained in my review that I would change and I would explain better when it comes to autopiloting and stuff like that. But in terms of Zen, I even had a discussion with him afterwards, and you know, if you guys heard what we talked about, you guys would be able to make your own opinion about the situation. But my stance is always like this: every single person that wants to help the community get better, I encourage, and I still think that Zen tries to make the community better. So I encourage that. You know. What did Zen say after the call? I don't know if his VODs are saved, but you could check out from his perspective the VOD. But yeah, he after the VOD he just said the main thing I remember after the VOD is he said, "Why should I explain why I coach the way I coach?" That's what he said on stream. Why should I explain someone why I coach the way I coach? And I found this, you know, that someone would say that he's not really confident in what he's doing, you know, because if you really are confident in what you're doing and you know, you can explain the reasoning behind the actions you take. Okay, any other questions, guys? Any other questions about, you know, Neace, the review, anything? Any comments to close it up? By the way, this was just my reaction, you know? I didn't say anything, again, I didn't judge his character, I judged what he's doing, you know?